Well, it's the morning hunt, the last weekend of muzzleloader here in Michigan. I hunt in Zone 3 here in Michigan, and that's a CWD kind of surveillance zone. So they're trying to knock some of the deer population down so CWD doesn't spread, so they're allowing us to use any legal firearm during regular firearm season for muzzleloader as well. And so I have my 450 Bushmaster in the stand with me this morning, and he's dead calm. There's no wind at all whatsoever, and we had a warm up last night. It went from like 25 up to 35, 38 this morning, and so I don't know. I'm hoping to see some deer movement, but you never know. I came out here with the goal of hoping to run into a buck that I ran into last weekend, and unfortunately I missed him twice with my 450 last weekend. I misranged the yardage or something. I don't know what it was. He was a really great looking buck. I don't know what happened. The opposite side of this clearing is 149, because I have another ladder stand over there. I ranged the ladder stand earlier in the season when I was hunting with my girlfriend, and she was 149 from where I was at in this stand, and he was 30 to 40 yards in front of that, but for whatever reason my rangefinder told me 162 twice, and really kind of bummed me out. I adjusted my scope for 160 and touched one off, and no reaction, and he took off running, and I took a running shot because I thought I hit him the first shot, but I wasn't sure, so I figured I'd shoot again just for safety's sake. And yeah, I ended up not hitting him. He walked away unscathed onto the neighbors and was gone. I thought he was out of my life forever. So since he was unscathed, I know I'm hunting near his core bedding area. There's a ton of rubs down in the center of this, and so I'm hopeful that he might come back through. I snuck in here at first shooting light because I didn't want to risk bumping him in the dark and not being able to get a shot off. So I walked in at first shooting light, climbed up my stand real quiet, and I'm settled in here, hoping for a decent morning. So you never know if he'll come back, but that's the deer I'm in here after, and I've had some history with him. Had trail camera pictures of him last year as a 4-year-old, and I didn't get any trail cams out here this year just because of the fact that I ran out of time. I didn't have the time to get out here and get trail cams out, and so I don't know what's running around. I didn't know he even existed still until last weekend, and so I'm hoping that he comes back through and he comes back to his bedding area and I can get a shot at him and maybe redeem myself this weekend. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but unfortunately I know that I didn't get it on film. I was searching through my camera bag looking for my spare battery, and we got a few batteries in there. I was looking for one of the full charged ones, and my camera battery started to die, so I wanted to replace it, and I turned and looked up, and I saw the buck that I was after last weekend stand up from a bed and start kind of briskly walking, or maybe slowly running. I don't know, he was moving pretty quick, and I was able to get a shot off. He stopped at 130 yards, and I was confident in my range this time, unlike last weekend, and pretty sure I watched him go down like 30 yards from where I shot. Pretty sure I hammered him, and it all came together exactly the way that I hoped, except for the fact that my camera wasn't running. I thought I pressed record on the GoPro, but I don't know if I turned it off or double tapped record or what, but nevertheless it wasn't filming. And so I am gonna go look for blood and see if I can go find him. I know it was the buck from last weekend. He had the same limp, and I saw his antlers, and I know that it was him. So that was insane. I'm pretty bummed that I didn't get it on film, but I gotta get over there. Oh, I see him already. All right, well, here's the buck that I shot this morning. Unfortunately, the shot wasn't on video, but due to the circumstances, I took the shot, and I thought I pressed record on the GoPro, but I must have ended up double tapping it or accidentally turning it off. I don't know what I did. Pretty bummed about that, but yeah, this is the buck I call Loppy. He had a more symmetrical antler on the other side, and then this side kind of curled in really tight, and it does this fork at the top here, kind of curls underneath, and just a really unique buck. I missed him last weekend. He had both antlers last weekend on Sunday morning, and I missed him. I misranged him, didn't really know what happened. Yeah, kind of unfortunate series of events there, and this morning I decided to come out here and slip in here and hope that he came back to his core bedding area. I left it alone all week long until I could slip in this morning, and he happened to stand up from his bed, and he started moving through at a pretty quick rate at like 130-ish yards, and I pulled the trigger on him. I didn't even notice that he was missing his other antler. I just saw the antler that makes him Loppy, and I pulled the trigger on him, and I saw him go down like 30 yards from where I shot, and here I am sitting behind him now. So I couldn't be any more happy to wrap my last 2021 Michigan buck tag around this deer. He's a beautiful deer, and the fact that he's missing an antler only kind of adds character to the story. I'm not going to let that take away from this buck. I've had a cat and mouse game with this buck for 2 years, and I couldn't be any more happy to be sitting behind him, regardless of if he had both antlers. I mean, kind of is one of those things that happens with hunting, and it's a fact of life. And if I find the other antler, I'll post an update or something. I'm going to do some shed hunting on this property and see if I can find the other antler somewhere. Being that it's his core bedding, I think I have a decent chance at finding it, but yeah, I don't know. That'd be cool if I could come across it again. But yeah, I couldn't be any more proud to be sitting behind this deer after this season. It's been a great season. It's been a little tougher season than normal, but yeah, what a fun year, and praise be to God for everything that He's blessed me with and the opportunities He's blessed me with. Yeah, without Him, none of this would be possible. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. And yeah, so thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail Outreach Outdoors.